So there's a misconception with business owners that in order to effectively market your business, whether it be e-commerce or an actual brick and mortar, that you have to spend a ton of money in order to actually get it off the ground. I've recently learned that this is absolutely not true, and I wanted to provide some free ways that you can start marketing your business, whether it's new or established, today. If you do go on to enjoy the video, please click the like and subscribe button. I've got an awesome content calendar of videos planned for you guys before the end of the year. So the first free way you can actually market your business is by claiming an actual Google business account. And this really helps with SEO, especially for brick and mortar stores and shops and restaurants and whatever it may be, but can also be just as valuable for online businesses. Now, let me explain. If you're an owner of a marketing agency like myself, in the area that you live in, you can actually claim your house or your primary residence as your main Google business listing as just the primary residence. Let's say if you have an established business and an LLC and it's registered at your primary residence, you can go ahead and claim it on Google. And that way local businesses around your area can find your marketing agency or whatever other kind of business that you have. Obviously, this is more tailored towards brick and mortar. It's obviously targeted for restaurants, shops, different things like that. But you'd be surprised with the amount of people, the amount of business owners that haven't actually taken advantage of their Google business listing, and they're missing out on tens to hundreds of new customers a month. The process for this is pretty easy. All you have to do is go into Google, actually just look up how to claim my business as a Google listing, follow the steps, and you're good to go. Now, there's a few things you can do to actually optimize your Google business listing, and that's a whole other topic for another video, but a few quick pointers are getting more reviews, getting photos or videos online actually of your business if it's a brick and mortar, and 3, actually posting on the Google business so people see that you're active, people see that you're constantly doing business instead of somebody that has a Google business account but is not really actively pursuing the business. The second way you can market for free is by creating a blog. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be about updates within the business. It can generally just be tips, tricks, different information that you find useful for whatever niche that you're in, and you're going to target it towards people that would find it interesting or valuable. For example, if I was in the gym and fitness niche, then I would write blogs about what to eat on a bulk, what to eat on a cut, what workouts you can do to get the best biceps, different valuable information that people can actually find your blog because it does well with search engine optimization. And then they say, oh, this guy has a lot of information. They then check out the rest of your website, and you can get actually organic leads by initially them finding your blog on Google and then them looking more into your website. This is one of the oldest tricks in the books when it comes to just free marketing, and people way overdo it. But my recommendation for a consistent and good schedule for creating and posting blogs is just one a week. Start with one a week. It's very, very doable. Some people do one a day. In my opinion, Google would flag that as you're trying too hard for the SEO algorithm. Try one a week, see what your results are. Just try to create as much valuable content as possible, as consistently as possible, and you should be good to go. Roping number 3 into number 2 is creating a newsletter. So this really depends on the business, obviously, but if you're an online company, an e-commerce company, creating a newsletter based in the niche where you're essentially just posting your blog post in a newsletter format to your list members every week or bi-weekly, whatever it may be, is super, super valuable, and it can drive tens of thousands of dollars to your business. Like I said, this doesn't have to be just updates on your business. This can be just anything that's valuable that you would find valuable, that other people would find valuable, and that you can share. I have a newsletter called When in Marketing, and whenever I feel like it, I'll just send out a newsletter saying, hey, here's some new tips and tricks within the marketing industry, or here's some awesome news that I found useful. And I have a list of 2,000 people that I think find it pretty useful, and it drives business for me. People book consultations, they buy my PDF, and it's really something that I'm just passionate about. I don't care about the PDF, I don't care about the consultation. Obviously, that's a nice, addition to it, but I'm just providing value, and it drives business for my company. Number 4 is creating social media accounts. Now, this one is just, driven into the ground by many YouTubers out there, so I'm going to keep it short and simple for this one. But if you're a business that is a brick and mortar, I would stick to Facebook, Instagram, and maybe YouTube. Now, that's something I'm going to talk about here in a second, but Facebook and Instagram is really the only local ones you need to have. You don't need Twitter, you don't need, or X, whatever it's called. But if you're an online e-commerce agency or a marketing agency, then you could absolutely use Twitter to your advantage. You could create a personal brand. And then my 5th way you can market for free is by engaging on social media. So a lot of social media managers make the mistake of just posting and then nothing happens. You don't gain any followers, you don't get any likes, and it's for a good reason, because you don't engage on those accounts. Engaging with your customers or engaging with your customer base or potential customers is absolutely vital to the success driven through social media. You want people to think that your business is approachable. You want them to kind of feel like they're a part of the family, a part of the business. So engaging on social media, answering any questions that may pop up are absolutely vital to the success on social media. This is also not a very hard thing to do once you get into a consistent consistent posting schedule on social media. So like, for example, if you're a business owner and you're at the gym and you have your phone logged into your Instagram business account, engage with comments and questions in between sets. It's literally that easy. You don't have to spend a lot of time on it. And it is actually a very valuable thing that you can add to your business. And it just drives that credibility, drives, that social proof that you need in order to drive a good, consistent business. Number 6, like I mentioned earlier, is making a YouTube channel. Now, I'm a huge advocate of this. Obviously, my channel is not a huge channel, but it drives some good money for me personally. And it's because I give valuable information to people that want marketing advice, whether it's in email marketing, whether it's a marketing agency, an SMMA, things like that. Whenever I feel like making a video, I'll make one that I think is valuable, that I genuinely want to share with somebody. And in turn, people buy my consultation. Like I said earlier, they'll purchase my PDF, or the YouTube ad revenue just comes crawling in. So what people don't understand is that YouTube is just a long game. When you can stay consistent in YouTube, and I know I'm a hypocrite for saying this because I haven't posted in 3 months, but when you can stay consistent and drive consistent value, people are going to follow you. People are going to watch all your videos, and they're going to buy whatever you have to sell because you get that social proof that you wouldn't have otherwise. And YouTube, in my opinion, is just the best social media platform to add to a business that you have already. For example, if you're targeting real estate agents, make videos on how real estate agents can market themselves better, whether it's through social media, email, ads. The more niche you get, the better. But you see my point here. There's a lot of value that can be driven behind a personal brand. And if people know you as a person, they're more likely to pursue your business because they know it's credible, if that makes sense. Number 7 is repurposing old content. So like I said, with the blog, you're going to be creating a lot of content. You can repurpose that for different forms of media. So for example, if let's say you want to create a YouTube channel, you don't really know what to talk about, but you have a large backlog of blogs, you can turn those blogs into YouTube scripts and then make a video on that blog. Same thing with newsletters. If you don't know what to create for a newsletter, you can go back on YouTube videos or blogs and kind of just pull from old content and not have to worry about ever losing ideas. Once you create one form of media, you can create several other forms of media beyond that. Now, I know everybody talks about the short form content nowadays, and it absolutely is vital to success if you're trying to create a personal brand. But honestly, if you're just a small brick and mortar store, you're a small new business, or you're just a new business in general, you don't really need to do short form content. Now, it is valuable. Like I said, if you want to stay consistent with it and do it on a daily basis, you can absolutely do so. It's just, in my opinion, a lot of work. And if you're trying the same things as others, you're not going to see a ton of growth. So if you're creating new content for these short form pieces, it might not go a long way. But if you create a long video like this one, I may be able to take, 8 different parts of this video because I'm giving you 8 free ways and turn that into 8 small videos. Same thing as in blog posts. For each one of these topics I'm talking about, I could create a blog post for all the 8 ways that you can create, free marketing funnels for your business. So there's just different ways you can repurpose old content. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Pull from what you've already talked about, what you found most valuable, and turn it into different forms of media. The whole point of this is you're trying to draw as many eyeballs to your business without coming across as annoying or repetitive. So make sure that you're not coming across as annoying or repetitive. The last thing I have for you guys is attend local events. Now, in the online space that we're in, everybody wants to sit behind a computer, not necessarily shake hands, look people in the eye. But in my opinion, that is an insanely valuable trait that everybody, especially entrepreneurs and marketers, need to learn, is how to be a people person. Being a people person has probably gotten me jobs in places before that I don't deserve because I think I'm good with people, and my marketing knowledge may not be to the standard of somebody that is a lot more knowledgeable than me but doesn't necessarily have the people skills. You can get tons of value and maybe even clients from attending local chamber events. So like if you're living in the Atlanta area, for example, and you join the Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, there is tons of small businesses out there waiting to kind of take the next step. And if you go and attend events, conferences, and just shake enough hands, give enough business cards away, you will find clients, you will establish relationships. And if you don't turn that person into a client, they will refer you to somebody that you can become a client with. So it's all about building relationships. It's all about networking and trying to be the best marketer for yourself, not only for your business. So it's very, very underrated nowadays, and everybody wants to send cold emails and cold calls. But I think attending local events, attending your local chamber is super, super valuable, and I think can yield some good money for your business, especially if you're a marketing agency. That's all I have for this video. If there are other free ways that you know how to market, please comment down below. I would love to hear from you. But until next time, peace.